Alright, so I'm doing a quick update on my garden. I always start with the roses. These are those ones that I bought from Walmart a while ago. I think I had purchased maybe 4 of them, and each one had like 2 or 3 little plants. And so far out of those, 4 of them are living and thriving and growing and getting tall. So those are my little roses that I bought. Ooh, butterfly. I don't know what that is. Again, I'm just going to let it grow and see what it does. But the roses are doing well. And they're in a little pot, little short pot. The rain finally stopped. It's been raining like crazy. Alright, here are my lantanas. These are the yellowish orange ones. My Mexican petunia. Another lantana. This one is a pink, yellowish, and white one. The butterflies love it. This one's really big. There's one butterfly. Oop, 2 butterflies. There's another one over there. Alright, Mexican petunia. Those will bloom like in August or something. Here's my last lantana. It's got some little buds that'll bloom shortly. It's pretty big. And another Mexican petunia. Alright, this is a gardenia bush. And this time, that vine plant that I showed you last time is blooming now. See, the hummingbirds love this plant with the tubular flowers. So that's a little vine plant. It actually came back. I planted it last year. Alright, this is my lily assortment. I got some calla lilies, some peace lilies, and some Asiatic lilies in here. There's one hiding right there on the side. Then there's one of my rose bushes. As you can see, it's really red. There's our compost bin. One of my hydrangeas, the one in the ground. Then there's our sago palm. It grew some new fronds. It's really happy in the ground. And the azalea bush. That's my vine plant. It died all the way back, and as you can see, it's coming back now. I love these vine plants. I don't know what the technical term is for them, but they always seem to come back each year. That's my potted hydrangea. It's getting real big and bushy. Got lots of blooms. Another calla lily in the pot. It's got a couple of blooms. Oh, I need to straighten that up. Alright, this is my morning glory bush that I grew from seed. It's got a few blooms. I had to detangle it this morning because it had grabbed onto my my ferns, which are here, and I didn't want them grabbing onto the ferns, so I had to detangle them and train them along the little fence. See, so, but it's really big and it's got quite a few blooms in there. If you look, there's one, And there's one. And there's one and two. And there's another one, really big one. The salvia bushes are getting really big and bushy. They usually do every year. The hummingbirds love these as well. They have those tubular flowers. And I have this tomato cage around them because they usually get quite large in the growing season. That's my third fern. Here's that asparagus plant. Again, we don't eat asparagus, but I grew it from seeds, so I wanted to keep it. There's a piece right there. I could probably cut that off and cook it. Alright, here's that tubular flower plant, the vine plant that I bought years ago from the local garden center. Hummingbirds love this as well. It blooms these red tubular flowers. Alright, that's that succulent that I planted outside. As you can see, it's getting really big. This one's new. I planted some squash seeds the other day, maybe about a week ago. These grow fast. I'm gonna see if I can grow some squash, actually get some fruit. So those are squash seeds. Squash right here, yellow squash. And then this is one of those sunflower seeds that I planted. I guess sunflowers are tricky to grow because I planted a bunch of seeds, but as you can see, only one of them survived and is actually making a flower. I'll have to plant some more and try it again. Maybe plant them deeper. Alright, these are those watermelon seeds that I planted. They're growing. Got some vines here. See? Watermelon. I put some green onion in there. They're supposed to ward off little animals and things that like to eat them. I can't remember what this is. Little herbs and things like cilantro. I know this one's basil. It was bushier than that. And I can't remember what those are. I'm just letting them grow. That's that salvia, not salvia, the snake plant that I planted outside. As you can see, it's got new leaves. So it's happy outside. This is that weed that I told you about. I bought these flowers one year from like Home Depot or Lowe's, and they've come back ever since. Like they die all the way back, and some kind of way those seeds get into my different pots and they just come back. Look at them. And the hummingbirds love those too. I have 2 pots of those now. If you recall the last video, I said that these were those weed flowers that I didn't know what they were, but they come back every year even though they die out. Alright, there go the lemon trees. That's the littlest one. That's the second one. That's the third one. And then that's the biggest one right there. It's pretty large with lots of new leaves. Alright, this is the blackberry bush. I don't have any blackberries on it today, but it's pretty bushy and happy looking like. Alright. These are my gladiolas. I don't know what I did differently this year, but they didn't bloom this year. Maybe we got too much rain. Like I said, it's been raining heavily for the last 2 weeks or so. These are those tomato plants that I planted from seed. They've gotten really big and bushy. I'm just going to keep letting them grow and see what happens. I planted some basil in there because they say that basil wards off different pests. And I also planted some green onion. And I planted some marigold seeds and some more basil in there. I'm going to see how those do. If you can see the little sprouts coming up. There go my amaryllises, my bromeliads. And then this is an assortment of flowers that I planted from seed. We're going to see what those do. And that's it. That's my garden for right now.